Hey, how's it going? Hans Schaff here and Jim Cook from the Cottages at Pine Lake here in North Alabama at the Tiny House Community. And this is the main road going down the east side of the property, back to the front. We got a dumpster right here for your trash needs. You don't have to carry your trash off the property. You don't have to pay for your own trash services. You just take your trash and throw it in there and it gets hauled off every week. And then this is phase one. This is the forest section of the property. So there's a little kind of a little loop right here. And we've got two homes we're waiting on that are going to be moving into here, hopefully in the next month or two. They're just waiting for their homes to be completed. And so we have that one lake lot available there, and none of these are available here, but there in the distance, next to that purple home, there between that purple and the white one, there's another lot there. That's where the forest lot is available.
So how many lots are available right now?
Right now, two total. You got one lake lot and one forest lot. That's all we got.
So what do they do if they want to consider getting one?
The website is GoTinyCottages.com, and you can get more information on the community, all the amenities that we offer, how the utilities work, what's included when you come here. But basically, you have your home delivered here to the property, and we will set it up. We'll level it. We will put blocks underneath it. We'll connect it to utilities, put stairs with a railing to it. So when you get here, you walk up the stairs, open the door, turn the light on, flush the toilet, ready to go. So that's it's a full setup once you get here. And of course, you're responsible for your monthly utilities and things like that, getting your own food and toothpaste and all that. But
we've been waiting for our food delivery from you, Hans. I've been a little disappointed.
Yeah, these days, I mean, a lot of people are getting food delivered.
You probably could get it delivered here, couldn't you?
Yeah, Walmart delivers here. We get more Amazon trucks here than you would believe. I think every day UPS and FedEx makes their deliveries. So we get full service, all that kind of stuff.
So we're not that far from civilization then?
No, like I say, I mean, it's a straight shot, 15 minutes, no traffic. I mean, it's a nice drive, 75 miles an hour into town, either direction. And of course, this house was also on a tour before. Cece's house right here. She's got that corner lot right there overlooking the field. Awesome view right there. And you can see her tiny home tour as well. We've also got internet property-wide. We've got about 8 different Wi-Fi antennas around the property to relay the internet signal. We've got 1 gigabyte downstream service, so we've got really good internet here. Now, however, if you have a metal clad home, like a lot of these are, then the signal may not get through all the way, so you may have to get like an internal antenna in order to receive that signal into your home, but then you're not paying monthly for any kind of internet service. It's all provided.
What's this lot here, Hans?
This...
I think there may have been a video.
Yeah, we haven't done a tour of this home yet, actually.
Okay.
We need to, because they are out there always decorating and landscaping. I think this is probably the 4th or 5th different way that they've done this. They've added rocks, they've put in mulch, they've put in a flower bed now, they've got different kind of picnic tables, you got birds over there, bird feeders, and they'll be extending out their porch right there on the back is the newest plan. They're going to add it a little bit further towards the lake to kind of create more outdoor living space, but still screened in, and then have a nice shade to kind of block out some of the afternoon sun, because right there across is where you get the west sun comes right across. So if you like the sun, even though you're on the lake and you're in the forest, I mean, there's quite a few trees up here. Yeah. But when that sun gets low in the afternoon like that, as it's starting to set, it pours through here. So pretty neat. But yeah, and this is, I forget the builder here. A lot of these homes are incredible tiny homes, but this is not. It's not even a container. Even though it looks like a container shape. It's actually a wood framed home with metal clad on the outside, and they added these nice shutters and they painted them green. They're constantly doing things. It's really neat to kind of see what they're up to. Always something different there. Number 29.
It complements this corner of the lake a lot.
Yeah, I mean, they've made it. It's awesome right here. And this one was from Tiny House Listings. I don't think they build tiny homes anymore, unfortunately, but this is a beautiful home as well. She's got a really nice deck as well as we get around the corner here. Right there on the lake. Look at that.
Beautiful deck. Beautiful. Good size.
Yeah, very usable. All covered as well, so whenever it rains, you can still sit out there and listen to the rain on the roof, which you were doing the other day.
Oh, boy. That was our first night back, and started with listening to the train and I'm thinking, oh, it doesn't get any better than this. And then a little while later, the rain started. And then it wasn't long, and we had thunder and lightning. So I was out on the deck, just enjoying it, until one of those bolts of lightning got a little bit close. And then I thought, yeah, it's a good time to go to bed. It was about 1 a.m.
Oh, wow.
But it was such a pleasure.
Yeah.
And if you like nature, if you like being outside, if you're into tiny homes, or you think you are, the key for a good tiny home is outdoor living. Because as much as you might think you like a small space, and we do, it's the outdoor living that makes it just perfect, priceless, if you will.
Great.
So if you notice, a lot of these either have decks or they're putting decks in. Many are doing landscaping. All that adds to the pleasure of living in a tiny home.
And it's manageable because it's not a
Yes.
huge acre lot or 2 acre lot. I mean, it's just, a few plants here and there and a little accent here and there, kind of like what they've done. I mean, that's a lot what they've done there. But it looks, so neat.
You don't have to take care of 7 acres. Hans does.
Yeah.
And you get to enjoy your little piece of it. And the common spaces, which brings me to this area. We've got a settee here for sitting, and picnic tables and a grill. We've got a place for a fire pit that we used the other night before it got too cold. Nice flat area. I could see taking your son Adler and getting a soccer ball and chasing him around a little bit right up there.
As we've done.
That could be
Yep.
Adler's pitch. We'd be all set.
And then right here between those two homes, you can see there's a space right there for another tiny house. That is where, I'll try and point. Where am I? Right behind the fire pit, actually. Right behind the fire pit there.
So if you had that lot, you'd be looking through the woods at the lake
There's the
and over
entrance
at the
road.
mountains beyond.
Yep, and there's your view. So I mean, really, yeah, from your tiny home, you're looking across the grass there. Even though you're in the forest, you still have a lake view. Now, full disclosure, these will be future lake lots. So these will not always be this way. We'll have another probably 6 to 8 homes in here, potentially, along the lake. But you get a 360 view here. It's really neat. Got the hammock set up right here. Like I said, the cornhole boards, the fire pit, a bunch of chairs for sitting around, and then the grills over there underneath the protection there, and the pergola with a sectional couch and kind of a neat place. Sometimes they wheel out the TV and they watch movies there and stuff when it's a little bit warmer. So pretty neat.
Picture a warm summer evening, hanging out with some friends
See y'all.
out here in the
fun.
pergola.
Again, there's the north end of the lake. We walked around already, and we're now on the east side, kind of midway through.
So if you do this loop walking, how far is it? Hans, have you measured?
I think it's a third of a mile.
Okay.
I need to double check that, but I think Sherry does 11 loops when she does a walk, and there's a lot of people walking around here. Obviously, there's a trail that goes all the way around. If you want to go a little bit further, you can kind of go into the woods over here. There's an old playground there that we're gonna have to take out. It was a petting zoo that still remains here, but this is in the future where we'll have phase 3, where we'll have additional tiny homes in there. No date on that yet, so don't hold on to that. We're not sure exactly when that's going to be or how many lots that will be, but obviously these are forested lots. These pine trees are probably 75 feet tall or so. I always try and fly my drone about 100 feet up just to make sure I don't get hit with those branches. And then there's a dog park there in the distance, which you haven't seen a well. I'll show you where the well's at. That was put in before you were here last, I believe, or since you were here last. You got one more tiny house here. And then that's Jim's home right there, just on the inside of this fence right here. And this fence is kind of what separates the Airbnbs from the longer term, more permanent residents. So here's the dog parks. We got 2 of them. And again, this was a petting zoo before, so a lot of the infrastructure was already in place. We had to mend some fences and put in some gates and things, but we kind of kept as much of the original structure as we could. The residents were out here painting this cool bridge here. And in fact, why don't we walk along the trail here? We'll, there's this little bridge, and real quick, you can kind of see underneath. There's going to be when we get heavy rains, the water comes through underneath this bridge and runs out here, and there's going to be a little pond down here at the bottom, and we're going to recirculate that water back to the top, so we have a nice stream kind of constantly running underneath this bridge and through this natural runoff area all the way to the other bridge up there, which is where the well is there in the distance. And then of course you got the little trail, that little walking trail next to the fence for this one dog park. This is kind of the smaller of the two. We kind of left the trees in here and let the dogs kind of choose whichever one they want to peel over and mark or whatever. And then the other one's a little bit more wide open with less trees. A little shed, we left that there. It's going to become a mural. The residents are going to paint something on the side there. And of course it's raining, you got a little shelter to hide under. Or if it's really sunny, you can go in there for some shade. And this is the other larger dog park.
Place for water for your dog. Place to sit out.
So it's neat. You can kind of come in here and check out your social media feeds or read a book while your dog's kind of sniffing around and digging around, whatever they want to do. It's a nice little spot here for the dogs.
Maybe I'm going to have to get a dog.
With James, yeah.
And that'll be so excited.
And yeah, you could be here, and then in the distance you'll hear this creek as it'll be flowing down. This well is capable of putting out at least 35 gallons a minute. So it's we can get quite a bit of water coming through this well when you get it pumping.
How far did you have to drill?
We went down a little over 200 feet.
Okay. 35 gallons, that's good water.
Yeah, and we ran a test for a good couple of weeks. Actually, we could not find the bottom. So we ran the pump full a test pump for about 2 or 3 weeks straight, and we could never really get the level to drop more than about 20 feet. So I mean, there's a lot of water in there. So that's going to be a good source of water.
So much of this is new or been completed since I was here last. And so I'm kind of like a kid in a candy shop, checking out the things that Hans has accomplished, checking out some of the landscaping that some of our neighbors have done, and meeting some of the new neighbors. It's been a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah. And really the idea for this tiny house community, this is something that, I built my own tiny house back in 2016, if you're not familiar with my story, and it took me about a year to build it. My wife and I lived there for about 2 years, and kind of I learned kind of the needs of tiny houses, firsthand, and that's kind of how this whole idea came about. Was I realized the struggle to find a place for these people. It's a great solution for a lot of people, tiny house living, but if you don't have anywhere that you can live in one, then it kind of doesn't matter. You can have a tiny house and not be able to use it.
Let's shoot back over here a second. I've got to do a shameless plug for Peace Haven.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how this property kind of came about. It was a vision I've had for about 10 years, and finally found the right property and some tiny homes that we could put on this property, and so here we are.
So right at the gate between the two communities is where our house is tucked in. We call it Peace Haven, and it's probably one of the larger homes in the community, 320 square feet.
Well, it's actually 2 homes.
2 homes, that's right. 2 Incrediboxes boxes put together in an L shape. And what we did was the deck became everything. And we put in a deck that is actually an L-shaped. And that's also about 320 square feet. Mm-hmm. So if you can imagine, you've got a small home, but the covered area is doubles the size. And then you can come outside and enjoy so many spaces. Mm-hmm. Really a lovely opportunity to enjoy tiny home living.
Now, is your granddaughter, the tour guide, going to show us around a little bit?
I don't even know who she is. This is Dulcie. Dulcie, did you want to show the deck? Yes. Okay. Well, Mr. Hans will go up there with you, and you can show him what you like about it.
Yeah, share this. What's your favorite part about this deck?
Okay.
Okay, guys. This is my favorite part.
Right here?
Yes. This is, the water fountain.
Do you like the deck?
Yes. I really like the deck, guys. And I really like, let me show you guys. I love this part. This part.
What's in there? Is that for pressing clothes?
No,
Ah,
it's food.
a griddle.
The griddle.
Yep, we've had a couple occasions where this was put to work.
Yes.
Smash burgers.
Yes. Here's my little plant.
A little succulent, yeah?
Yes, he's cute. I name him Brian.
She's very shy, Hans.
Yeah. Hey, why don't you show us the plants that were popping up over here? We skipped right over those.
Yeah.
Spring is coming. Doing a little landscaping here today.
And we have plants. See? Yellow and our yellow.
Daffodils and hyacinth.
Yes.
And we planted those last year.
Yes.
And it just popped up just about a couple weeks ago, I think.
And let me show you guys something.
You never go inside unless you'll prove it with your nana.
Okay, this is our door. I know it's late. I should have light off. Hi.
All right.
Sign.
Porch rules.
Well, thank you, sweetie. Thanks for showing us the deck.
Yeah, thanks
Let
for
me
the
take
tour.
this. And you'll be on television soon.
You'll be a star.
In a few days, you could be on television.
Hi, Mom.
Say hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Okay.
Do a call out to them. They'll watch it.
Hi. Okay.
Now she's shy.
All right, well, thanks for the tour. So there's our latest little update here from the property, from the cottage at Pine Lake here in North Alabama. Just want to give you a little walk around. It's been a minute since we got a chance to really kind of share with you kind of the latest. You know, it's been a lot going on here, and a lot of weather changing and things. So Jim's here and always gives us a good chance to kind of catch up and see what's going on here. And
So good to get back.
yeah,
Didn't know if I would get back. Some health issues, concerns that we've had, but I'm good to travel now. And, when we pulled in the other night, the two words I thought is I'm home. I'm home. Imagine your tiny home sitting in one of these lots. And they'll get filled up. But the nature of things and the nature of people my age anyway is lots come of it. So if you're interested now or in the future, keep this place in mind. It's a good place.
and with that, we're going to sign off and see you next time here from the next update here at the Cottage of Pine Lake. And if you'll go ahead and click that like button for us if you don't mind, so we get the word out to more people, help more people see the beauty and the fun that we have here at the Cottage of Pine Lake.
Subscribe button.
Right on cue. She knows the YouTube stuff. All right. Well, thanks again. Do what she said, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Hans and Jim from the Cottage of Pine Lake.
God bless.
Go Tiny, be free.